Welcome to The Explainer, where we turn detailed source material into clear, dynamic guides. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of something you do every single day, but, well, you might not be doing it right: drinking water. Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the basics: why water is your body's foundation. Then we'll get into the art of proper hydration, explore all those incredible benefits, both inside and out, perfect your timing for real results, and then finish up with some essential rules to remember. So, first up, let's just establish why this is so fundamentally important for your health. Get this: 70%. That's not just a number, that's how much of you is made of water. And this isn't some random trivia fact. It's literally the entire basis for our health. It means the quality and the quantity of the water you drink directly impacts pretty much every single function in your body. The source material puts it beautifully, suggesting that a simple morning ritual can have this profound life-giving effect. Thinking of that first glass of water as nectar, well, it kind of changes everything, doesn't it? So what's the magic number? The goal to aim for is about 3 to 4 liters a day. And here's the really crucial part that people often miss: it should be lukewarm. The temperature and the total volume you drink both are absolutely key. All right, now for the how. This is where it gets really interesting, because it's not just about drinking, it's about the method you use. So this is what turns drinking water from a thoughtless act into a mindful practice. First, sit down. The source actually warns that drinking while you're standing can contribute to knee pain later in life. Second, sip it slowly. Don't just gulp it down. You want to swirl the water in your mouth for a second. Why? Well, that leads to step 3. You're mixing it with your saliva, and that simple action is said to help boost your body's immunity. And this brings us to one of the biggest rules: always match your water to your body. Think about it. We eat warm food, right? So pouring ice-cold water on top of that just forces your digestive system to work overtime to warm everything up. It weakens your digestive power. That's why lukewarm or room temperature water is what your body actually needs to support digestion, not fight against it. Okay, now for the payoff. If you follow these methods, what can you actually expect? The benefits, it turns out, are pretty extensive. Internally, proper hydration acts like a full body tune-up. We're talking regulating blood pressure, improving circulation, which means more oxygen to your brain, and of course, aiding digestion. It helps cleanse your system, which can prevent things like kidney stones. And the result of all that internal efficiency, you might just find you've kicked that feeling of laziness to the curb. And all that great work happening on the inside, it absolutely shows on the outside. We're talking about preventing skin problems, reducing hair fall, and what the source describes as helping to preserve a youthful appearance. It's basically the ultimate beauty routine, and it starts from within. So, we've covered the how. But what about the when? According to the source, the timing of your water intake can dramatically change its effect on your body, especially around meals. This chart lays it all out. Drinking water about 30 minutes before a meal, that's said to help the body become leaner. A sip or two during the meal is fine. That helps maintain a moderate body. But here's the big one to watch out for. Chugging water right after you eat can actually impair digestion and promote weight gain. The sweet spot, the ideal time to drink as much as you need, is about 1 hour after you've finished your meal. And finally, let's cover some crucial rules and warnings to make sure you're doing all of this safely and getting the most out of it. These are some really important situational guidelines. For example, if you're feeling ill, the advice is to drink hot water. Trying to get a good night's sleep? Avoid drinking a ton of water right before bed. Also, be careful with water that's really high in minerals, what you might call salty water, as it can be harmful. And here's an interesting one. If you're super thirsty, the source suggests trying jaggery water, which is a traditional remedy to rehydrate quickly. So, with all these guidelines and rules, what's the single most important one? It's actually really simple. Listen to your body. The golden rule is to drink when you're thirsty. Don't force it. Your body is the ultimate guide. And this is such a critical warning. You know, it's easy to think that if some is good, more must be better. But that is not the case with water. Overhydrating can be just as problematic as not drinking enough. It can weaken your digestion, waste precious energy, and even put a strain on your kidneys. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. You drink water every single day. Of course you do. But are you truly hydrating? As we've seen, it's an art, not just a necessity. So are you ready to master it?